property is in a super dry year, like 2011 or potentially even worse. So that's what's going to happen with the water releases. Otherwise, we're trying to keep that water inside the site as much as possible, get the maximum use out of those molecules. In terms of the river, I would answer the question from you, ma'am, on that. Yes, we did buy the property that is on the Navasota River, and as part of the reservoir's water right, originally with the TMPA plant, there's also a Navasota River diversion permit. So when the plant was built, the plant then constructed the reservoir, which I'm sure some folks remember, and the reservoir will fluctuate based on the amount of rainfall. So in order to firm the amount of water that can be relied upon inside the reservoir, they built a diversion point from the Navasota River where storm water that's coming down the Navasota can be pumped into the reservoir. And the way that this permit was written, it's permitted by the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, is a weir was put into the Navasota River, and it was set at a very specific elevation that was lasered from lake limestone to ensure that a specific amount of water always flows down the Navasota past the diversion point. So there's actually a little measuring device right on our property with a little scale on it, and we cannot let the water go below a certain inch mark. So there always has to be water flowing over the weir. So we cannot legally stop the flow of water. That would invalidate our permit, and so we definitely will not be doing that. You can tell by the way that this was designed, it's a 42-inch pipe. It can flow over 100,000 gallons a minute. This pipeline was primarily designed to capture and scale heavy stormwater and flow it into the reservoir, and nothing more. We can only do 6,000 acre feet per year on that diversion. So to give you guys a sense of scale, there's 60,000 acre feet of water in storage in the reservoir itself. So all in all, not a very large volume, and it just kind of firms the supply in the reservoir. In terms of reservoir levels, we have to keep it below 247.5 feet. We have to keep it above 234 feet. And so it's going to fluctuate similar to how it did back when TMPA ran the plant. But our goal is to use that water as efficiently as possible. Overall, we definitely did not select this site for use of groundwater. We do not, and again, we don't have any industrial groundwater wells permitted for the site. And similar to what we do in our other projects is we develop these projects to be as synergistic with the community as possible. Any sort of additional water supply that we try to develop here will go through any number of processes that all require public comment. And so whether we get more from the Brazos River Authority, whether we bring water in from somewhere else, whether we offset other users on the BRA, all of that will go through public comment. And any groundwater through the Bluebonnet Groundwater Conservation District, that would also be public comment. So we know that if we come forward with something, it has to be compelling for the